You may think that you're buying a video or an ad, but you're not. You're actually buying a system, because that polished final asset, that final ad that's beautifully edited, color graded, it's a multi-platform spot, whether it's running on YouTube, CTV, social, programmatic, or your homepage, that's just the artifact. The real product is what gets you there intact, on time, on budget, and without panic. You're buying decision-making under pressure. You're buying people who understand that a good idea can break down if the wrong people are driving the execution. You're buying a system that can scale, flex, absorb risk, and protect the creative without letting the whole campaign fall apart. Here's where it usually breaks. The creatives sell a cinematic concept, but never scope for versions for vertical cutdowns, for example. Or the creative team wants handheld, but didn't factor in that the spot's going to be streaming, in retail, and in-app placements. I mean, often no one's thinking about frame-safe text. Nobody's tracking platform specs. No one flags that talent contracts don't cover CTV or programmatic. And then suddenly everyone's scrambling to explain why the edit almost works, but not where it needs to. That's not a one-off. That's a system failure. And it happens when execution is assumed, but not actually owned. When execution is assumed, but not actually owned. Because great execution isn't loud, it's quiet, it's behind the scenes. It's the thing that keeps you from ever needing a recovery plan. It's the producer who already anticipated your brand's legal workflow. It's the editor who knows your file naming conventions before you even have to ask. It's the team who builds coverage for every channel you actually use, not just the one that they happen to be excited about. Execution is the muscle that keeps your idea safe, all the way to the launch. And if you've ever felt like your team did everything right, and the work still came in soft, overcooked, or late, that's not about the idea. That's about structure. Structure either protects creative or it buries it. And if you're working in-house at a brand, you already know that you're carrying a ton on your shoulders, because you're managing the brand integrity, you're managing vendors, you're managing internal politics, leadership expectations, post-launch performance, and you're doing all of that all at once. So you don't just need vendors. You need execution partners who make the invisible visible and take weight off your plate, not add to it. So that's why the best marketers don't just ask who's making this. They ask who's protecting this when it gets real. Because the real work doesn't happen in creative reviews. It happens in the details. It happens in the systems, the unsexy middle. The difference between a campaign that lands and one that dies in post is almost always about execution. So yes, you think that you're buying an ad, but what you're really buying is trust, structure, and protection. That's the system, and that's actually the product.